guys, I'm Ksenia. Welcome to the new vlog. As you saw yesterday, Alex, my boyfriend, and I, and our dog Cookie, of course, we went to a little bar opening that's really close to our place, maybe like 8 to 10 minutes away. So we hang out there. We wanted to just walk by, see, check the vibe, see if we want to grab a drink. And the entire running community that I run with, not lately, but I've been running with them pretty much consistently for over a year. They all were there as well, which we didn't know, and so we ended up hanging out for many hours, and this was really lovely. And also, I didn't drink any alcohol. Well, I had a couple of sips of cider, but I just drank lemonade. So even though we kind of stayed late, we came back home also late, obviously, I still woke up feeling good and like no hangover, nothing like that. And it's really amazing. I really want to cut down on my alcohol intake, maybe cut it out completely eventually, because, well, I'm not getting any younger and alcohol just makes me feel weird a lot of the times. Sometimes like a glass of wine is great, but yeah, a lot of the times it's just not worth it, to be honest. So yeah, this was our Friday night, and today's Saturday morning slash midday almost, and I need to walk Cookie, our dog, and I'll take you with us, of course. I decided this time that maybe I won't do like a whole week's vlog, but a weekend vlog instead. So I'll show you a bit more of what we're doing over the weekend, and there are a few things we want to do. Not sure if we're gonna do them or if we're just gonna be on a couch chilling, but we'll see. I'll show it to you anyways. But yeah, now let's get ready because my dog is probably really waiting to go to the toilet. There's some roadworks happening outside. As always, there's something going on. So if you hear some strange noises in the background, that's them. I'm sorry for that. So we've been home for a few hours, and I've been reading The Crossroads by Jonathan Franzen, and I bought this book in Berlin almost 2 years ago now, in August of 2022. And it's finally the time to read it. I've started it, I think, yeah, maybe a year and a half ago. I kind of dropped it for no particular reason. And now we're reading it with a group of friends. So I'm, properly motivated to finish it this time. And it's rather big. It's 600 pages. And it's like, those kind of pages, not the smaller, not this kind of book, but a really big one. But it's going so far surprisingly easy and quick. I remember last time I was reading it, it was also kind of okay, but now I'm reading it just, consuming it page by page very quickly. So I think, yeah, it'll be a fun read. And our first batch, we're reading until the pages 126. So something like, this part out of the entire book. And we're supposed to discuss it on Monday. I'm 45 pages in so far, and I can see myself finishing this first part today because it's really entertaining. For now, we are just learning about all the characters. There's this, I think, family that's kind of, yeah, maybe not, I don't know if they're necessarily toxic, but they have this weird dynamic going on. Everyone has a thing of their own, and they're not, I think they're a bit dysfunctional, yeah, so far at least. There's the father of the family who is a reverend, and yeah, he's now met this young, beautiful widow, and he's counseling her as a pastor, and I don't know if there's gonna be an affair or not, but he's definitely interested, and he's trying to combat his sinful feelings to her, but it's not going that well so far. I think he has kids, and kids, like there's 4 of them, and I think 2 of them are going to this Crossroads, which is a church youth group that's hosted by another man who is like an enemy, a nemesis to this father of the family, and there's this going on. I don't know, so far it's very entertaining. I'm getting to learn about this little church group where kids, it's a bit unconventional. They have all sorts of activities going on and interventions and like mental practices. Like they do little interesting bits and bobs here and there. And also I'm learning about the relationships between the kids, the siblings, which is also fascinating because some of them are like older teenagers that are about to become young adults. There's a little kid, and I don't know where the book will take me, but I think it is supposed to just dive deeper into the entire family dynamic, and we're gonna see how they are gonna be hurting each other, doing different things. I don't know, we'll see about that. But the book is entertaining, so if you haven't read it yet, I think a lot of people have read it and loved it, so probably you have as well. If not, I suggest you try it because, again, so far so good. Although, again, it's a very small part of the book that I've read so far. And in about 20 minutes, I think we'll be leaving. There's a swap going on in a coffee place called Flat, or Flat Community. I don't know what's their full name. And I have still 3 books. I have 4, but one of them is kind of disheveled. It's not in a, it's in a less than perfect state. So I'm not really sure it's good enough for the swap. And I have 3 other books that I was thinking of decluttering in my decluttering video a couple of weeks back, and they're still sitting at home. I've managed to give away a few of the books to my friends, and those are kind of, still waiting for their new home. So I thought I'd stop by the swap with Alex and Cookie, and I would, share the books. Maybe somebody will have them. They're pretty good, I think. Just I don't need them in my library, but they're not bad. And we'll see what's going on there. If there's anything interesting, any other books I can take maybe. Also, there's going to be clothes and different things, I think. I don't know. The swap started at 4, it's now 4:40, so I'm hoping they're still going to have something by the time we come, or maybe they'll just be starting. I don't know how those things, they don't really follow the schedule a lot, so we'll see. But so far the day is going great. You've seen me in coffee shop earlier today. I was just reading a book with Cookie, minding my own business, and then a friend walked by and she, came in, and we ended up chatting away for maybe over an hour, I think, which was great. I love, sometimes I don't really enjoy it. Sometimes I love it about Belgrade that the city is really small, like the city center, I think. Of course, it's big, like, in a sense, but still small, and there are not too many people living here in general, so you end up seeing acquaintances and friends a lot, and this kind of makes it, sometimes you want this anonymity, that nobody knows your name, what you look like, things like that, but a lot of the times, most of the times, I actually enjoy it because that everyone sees each other, everyone recognizes each other, because it gives this sense of kind of small community, which is very nice. So okay, I'm gonna go load up the dishwasher, I think, before we leave, and then we're gonna go check out the swap. If there's anything interesting there, I'll shoot a few clips and I'll show you. If not, I'll see you later. So we've been to the swap. We stayed for a total of 35 seconds there, I think. I've left my books. There were no more books there, just mine and a few clothes pieces, so it wasn't really interesting for me, so we just kind of looked around and left. The swap was kind of on a smaller scale as well, so not like there were a lot of people, but there were, I think, just regular cafe guests, so there was not much to look at, but that's okay. I dropped off the books. I have 3 girls sitting there who got immediately interested in the books, so I'm hoping that they'll take them, they'll read them, and that's the most important thing. So now we're going to Studentsky Park to just walk with Cookie a bit, and after that I think we'll grab something to eat. Hey guys, it's the next day. I'm just getting ready and I'm going to apply my Supergoop Unseen sunscreen, and that's the one I got in an advent calendar, and I actually liked it very much, and I even bought myself like a, see, I'm almost out of it, out of the product. And I even bought myself another product by Supergoop. Like, they didn't have this unseen sunscreen, which I don't know if you can see. It's like it kind of is like dry oil or something. I don't know this texture. And so this one is the best. The one I got feels like a regular cream, and I don't like it as much, but this unseen sunscreen thing is just the best. And yeah, I think I've applied too much of it actually now, or I don't know, my skin is not absorbing it as well. Yeah, so I've really started, I think a couple of years ago, taking care of my sunscreen routine, and on the face specifically. Before I could buy just, why did I apply so much? Before I could just buy any sunscreen and I'd be fine. Now I'm just kind of, paying more attention to what brand it is, and yeah, just what I'm basically applying on my skin. Not just the moisturizers and stuff, but the sunscreen plays a big role as well. So yeah, I know it's a case where I got it in an advent calendar and it totally worked, and now I'm going to be using it. So that's pretty great. There are a few products from my advent calendars actually. If you haven't seen my Vlogmases, I got them from Selfridges and from Cult Beauty. So they are both pretty good. They sell at like 1/5 of the price of the total goods, so it's also very lucrative and it's very fun. So there are a few products in there that I tried that I liked, but this one I think is maybe like one of the best. Okay, I'm gonna go wash it off my hands and I'll come back in a second. I think I'll also just wear my jewelry while I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, today's Sunday. Yesterday I've spent I think the rest of the day I was pretty much reading the book. Yeah, I feel like we've been home for many hours, but I've not read that much. So what did I do? I also watched some YouTube videos, of course. I talked to Alex, obviously, played with Cookie and things like that. Yesterday evening was pretty chill. I'm glad it was. I'm glad we were home buddies, because we went out on a Friday night, and yeah, we could just really use some time at home as well. And I want to reiterate a little bit what I said about Crossroads. I don't think Cookie, the family, is toxic after all to each other, at least. Maybe a little bit, but just like any normal family is toxic to each other. I think it's more of the case that they have their own thing going on, and it's like they are rest of the family sometimes on the way, but also they just don't really get along that much necessarily. Sometimes some of them do get along very well, but most of the time it's not the case. And again, I feel like it's normal for families to be like that. Not that it's great that it's normal, but you see it a lot, and even those people who get along, they often fight. And like when there's this parent-child dynamic or siblings dynamic, there's always a bit of a mess, I think. Also, it's very interesting how I'm the only child, and I really cannot relate to any of the sibling drama. I mean, I can understand it definitely. I think on some level, right? When I read about it, when I watch it on like in TV shows, and my friends talk about it, but I've never really been able to, fully grasp what it means to have this rivalry with your sister or brother, because obviously I have none. And it's interesting. I'm just curious how that works. And also this bond that you feel like that it's someone who is, not your parent, but someone closer to your age, and you love them so much, but you also kind of hate them, and they are your forever friend maybe, but maybe also not. I don't know. Here there are 4 siblings in total in the family, so yeah, that's interesting. And also I think I called their father of the family, I think I call him the Reverend and the Pastor, and now I'm thinking that it's probably like not the same. I really have no idea about those religious job titles, to be honest. So yeah, but I'm on page 93 out of 127 that we need to read by Monday. So we're leaving in 40 minutes to meet our friends for coffees. Our friends flew in from Berlin, and not to us specifically, they're just hanging out in the city, and we're catching up with them too. And yeah, we'll have about 40 minutes. I think I might read a bit until we leave, and then grab coffees with them. And yeah, I don't really have any major plans for this Sunday. I think other than finishing the book. I also not annoyingly, but kind of I need to work a little. I actually kind of love working on the weekends sometimes when it's my choice and when it's just a couple of hours, because I feel like if I have nothing else going on, you know, if that's like genuinely fine for me, because I love my work at its core. I love writing articles. That's what I do, and it's very peaceful on the weekend. Nobody's bothering you. You can kind of do your research and write, and there are no Slack messages, and nobody's like chasing you on 500 silly things all at once. The difficult part is to actually start working. Even though I know I'll enjoy this little session that I do, I also turn on the Pomodoro playlist, like study with me kind of thing, and it's very enjoyable. But every time it's a struggle to start. But once I start, I feel like, oh no, I can go on for like many more hours. So yeah, I think I'll do that as well at some point. Then the book, and there's just nothing else. So I guess we'll see where the day takes me. Hey guys, I've been pre-editing this vlog a bit earlier today and I realized that I haven't finished it. So while we're in the park with Cookie and Alex behind the scenes, I thought I'd thank you again for watching this video. And next week there's going to be probably another vlog. I'm also going to experiment a bit with the formats. I'm thinking of maybe do a bit more like sit down talking videos where I share my thoughts and ideas and things like that on different topics. Hopefully you'll enjoy those too. And yeah, thank you so much. Hope you have a good day and I'll see you soon. Bye.